Chase, what does it feel like to have achieved so much in a season, but yet you're still trying to prove that you're good enough to be in the NCAAs?
I would say it's definitely a weird feeling. We've had a great season. Won some big games. Lost some tough ones. But I think that for us, it's just going to this tournament. We just thinking that we're just gonna win. And I think for us, we didn't really buy into everything everybody's saying. We just worried about us at the end of the day.
How important is it to have Wednesday off and play Thursday with the 3 seed?
Yeah, I think that is important for us. I think that having that extra day off, extra day of practice, extra day to just get our minds right for the game and get ready for the game. I think it's big for us. I think that it really doesn't matter who we play. We're just ready to battle. We're ready to fight and win some games.
Chase, do you feel like you've kind of, that little stretch you had where you're kind of struggling for 3, just making 4 of 8 this past game, do you feel like you're in a better spot mentally now and feel like you have some good confidence going into the ACC tournament?
Yeah, definitely. I think that little stretch for me was definitely wasn't a good stretch. Confidence-wise, I was a little off, but I'm definitely in a better headspace now. Seeing 4 threes going in the game is definitely huge for any player. I would say that it's big for me going to this tournament, big for our team, and I just hope to keep this good stretch going.
I think Coach said at one point that if you're experiencing pain with your ankle, you're not one to share it. That you're just going to keep it to yourself and keep playing. Can you look back the progression of since your return and how maybe hard that is in the middle of the season, even though you're back, you're still dealing with recovering and getting better?
Yeah, for sure. It was definitely, I know those first few games coming back, it was definitely hard for me. I definitely was feeling some pain. I would say that I'm definitely 100% now, but in that time period, there was playing through some pain, and being a player, it's gonna come with that. And, you just gotta be willing to fight through it and be ready to play for your teammates. So I think for me, it was just just getting past that. It was just a little pain, nothing that I could not play through, but it was getting past that little pain and just playing my hardest and doing everything for my team.
We previously heard this today that there's a little bit of urgency as we get closer to Thursday on the team. I mean, of the game here. So getting ready. So what's your take on that?
You said there's just the urgency on just the game.
The urgency is to get it together as you're coming up to this game and get your game on because of the importance of it. Tell us about what all you're doing.
We're just gonna prepare the same way we do for every game. We're gonna get the scouting report ready. Probably gonna do some scouting today, and we're just gonna prepare like we always do. I don't think this game is any different than the last game we played. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go into every game with the same mindset and put our preparation in and just make sure we're ready for that game.
You've been around Coach Brownell a lot. We kind of asked PJ and Hunter just about some of the things that are said about him and kind of maybe some people different opinions on whether or not he should come back. Just kind of what's your take and what's it been like from your perspective playing for him?
Oh shoot, I would say that he's one of the best coaches I've played for. I didn't even know basketball for real until I came to Clemson. Just coming in, I was just out there playing. And I think that when I got here, I actually learned the game. I learned how to make reads, and then coming in this year, it was a big step for me moving from shooting guard to point guard, and he's been the biggest supporter of me and all of that. And I think that he's definitely helped me the most in my career as far as my mindset and just reading the game. And I think that it was big for me as a player. And so I love Coach Brownell. I love what he's done for me in my career, and I think that we love playing for him. Everybody that I've talked to, everybody that I've played with, we all love playing for him. We love going to war for him.
Last week at Virginia, what type of learning experience was that for not just you, but I guess all the guards dealing with that type of on-ball pressure?
Oh yeah, it was definitely a big learning experience for me. I never had a little guard on me, guarding me the whole 94 feet, and it was, for me, it was I just need to work on my ball handle a little more, just be a little more focused on that, and just make sure I don't get too caught up into it. And I think that for us, we miss a lot of easy shots. We had some players miss some easy ones. I missed some easy ones. A few of those shots go in, it's a whole different game. We definitely played better on defense that game. We got the stops, but we just couldn't hit a few shots on offense. So I think that, if we see them again, we're gonna have the same game plan. It's just that those few shots didn't go in, and next game they definitely will.
What would you say, just as a whole, you're moving to point guard this year? How do you evaluate it? Just the big picture.
Yeah, I think it was big for me. Definitely going into, later in my career, if I want to keep playing, that's the position I'm going to be in. I'm not going to be out on the wing with those 6'6" guys, but I would say that, it was a big learning curve for me this year, and something that it wasn't too hard because I actually like passing. I'm good at reading the floor, making reads and stuff like that. But yeah, I would say that being in the point guard position has definitely been it's been some struggles, been some up and downs, but nothing that's too shaky for me.
And I think this is I know it's your 4th year here. Have you decided if you're gonna come back next year? Kind of what your future holds?
No, I'm focused on this year. I haven't really thought too much about that. I think that finishing this year well, and that's all I'm worried about, just finishing this year.
Anything else for Chase?
Appreciate it.